Hey guys, in a recent interview on Channels Television's Politics Today, human rights lawyer Femi Falana San shared his thoughts on the role of the Supreme Court in determining the outcome of presidential elections in Nigeria. Welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Nigerians, in a recent interview on Channels Television's Politics Today, human rights lawyer Femi Falana San shared his thoughts on the role of the Supreme Court in determining the outcome of presidential elections in the country. While acknowledging the finality of the Supreme Court's judgment in the recent presidential election case, Falana raised concerns about the judiciary's involvement in deciding the winners of election. Falana began by asserting that the Supreme Court's ruling had effectively concluded the electoral contestation surrounding the presidential election conducted in February of that year. However, he emphasized that his judiciary decision should not be viewed as an endorsement of the elections conduct by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Falana stressed that despite the judgment, Nigeria still had a long way to go in ensuring that elections were conducted credibly without acrimony, and something that all Nigerians could be proud of. The seasoned lawyer expressed his disapproval of the judiciary determining election winners, stating that judges were who are suited for this task. According to him, this responsibility should be exclusively reserved for INEC, provided the electoral process added to established standards. Falana called for an end to the current state of affairs, which saw the judiciary playing a central role in determining election outcomes. He went further to highlight the significant responsibility that Nigeria bears as a country with the largest concentration of black people on earth. Falana stressed the need for Nigeria to put its electoral house in order to avoid global embarrassment. He emphasized that conducting transparent and credible elections were not a complex task, especially if the political class demonstrated honesty and dedication. The Supreme Court's recent ruling upheld the election of President Bola TINUBU while dismissing appeals from the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, and his Labour Party counterpart, Peter Obi. These appeals had been based on allegations of fraud, electoral law violations, and claims of Tinubu's ineligibility to run for president. The 7-judge panel, led by Justice John Okoro, determined that these opposition's appeals lack merit. Femi Falana's critique of the judiciary's role in determining election winners resonates with concerns raised by many in Nigeria's political landscape. While the recent Supreme Court ruling may have brought closure to the presidential election case, it has also sparked a broader debate on the role of judiciary in the electoral process. Falana's call for electoral transparency and the exclusive responsibility of INEC in determining election outcomes highlight the need for comprehensive electoral reforms in Nigeria. As the Nigerian moves forward, it must address these concerns. The country have to address this concern to ensure that elections are conducted with integrity and are reflective of the will of the people. The judiciary's role in electoral matters remains a topic of significance in Nigeria Nigerians' political discourse. The debate over whether judges should determine election winners or if its responsibility should solely rest with the Electoral Commission continues to evolve. As the nation seeks to improve its democratic processes, it will be essential to consider these issues and the recommendations put forth by the legal experts like Falana. The ultimate goal should be to conduct elections that are transparent, credible, and free from any form of whatever, thereby bolstering Nigerians' reputation on the global stage. You see, this past election that saw President Bola Ahmed TINUBU as the Nigerian president, this election has actually degraded Nigeria, no matter how we see it. In fact, it has become a topic of the day even in the international community. And the INEC should not be exonerated from this, because even the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, the judgment from the Supreme Court, INEC was, in fact, I was even thinking that, okay, in the Presidential Election Petition Court, he was exonerated, that he can decide to do whatever that pleases him to do. It doesn't matter how he wants, to run the affairs. But they have also forgotten that this body have made so many promises. He made so many promises, and those promises he never kept. And they are saying it doesn't matter. Now, coming to the Supreme Court, we are even thinking that at least let them sanction INEC. There is nothing at all. Okay, tell me why the worst of what happened during that election will not happen again. Nigerians have to get prepared. That is the truth. This is just the beginning. People will come out to vote. If they will come out again to vote, then INEC decide. Court finalizes it. Is really very shameful. You understand? It's really very, very shameful. These political leaders should allow the people to choose who rule them. That is the only way, peace is being experienced, in the country. Whether the person last not can they perform, in your mind you go know say, na me vote you. Time go come, I go vote you out again. But when you impose yourself on me, it gets as it be. You understand? Well, I'm dropping it here, guys. Let's hear from you. What's your take on this? Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section.